Okay, let's get started. So, what I'm doing today is we are creating a column scrolling demo for Amiga and a column scrolling demo for Mega Drive. I'm hoping this is just all going to work and I'm not going to run into any weird bugs. I'm using the what's essentially the latest version of Scorpion Engine. Now let's see if I can put it all in the same palette, because there's only 8 colors in the texture set I was using. So the textures and this character, they're both by MC Flesher, which is a talented artist that creates a lot of art on Open Game Art. Just going to make some more space in here so I can fit those tiles. Now let's see how many colors we've got now. 23, okay. Well, actually no, that doesn't really matter. I'm just going to what I am going to do is I'm going to create. I was going to use Amiga hardware sprites anyway, so it doesn't really matter that the sorry, it doesn't really matter that it's not going to all fit into one 16 color slot, and it won't matter for Mega Drive either. So let's where is it? Column scrolling. Just going to make a folder for palettes, and I'm going to call this background. Actually, let's just put this in make this a map folder, and I'm just going to call this tile set. Right. So I want to create a map using. What? Sorry, I got to create a tile set first before I can create a map. And just stick with new tile set. Let's create a map now using that tile set. I'll just leave it as new map. It's fine. And I'm just going to make it the width of 16 and let's have a look. So 224 is the NTC size on Mega Drive, so I'll use that as a common one. So I think that's 14 tiles tool, that will work. Right, just going to fill that with black. Just load that level. It is just going to load just a blank empty level. Oh, I didn't. I forgot to import the palette, so I'll do that now. So if I import that and 0. Oh, I need to import that as a sprite range. So I'm going to say to 0 to 16 and 16 colors. Actually, no, that's still not quite right, because I wanted them to be 4 color sprites. So I don't want all of these colors. I only want few of them. So let's have a look. So, well, I don't need black in there since black is the background color anyway. So other than black, it looks like there's only three colors. There's the purple, there's the yellow, and then there's the brown. So I'll grab those three colors, and then I'll just oops, have to edit the palette. So that purple one, let's cut that and across all of them. That orange one we want everywhere, so that one's already there. And then the yellow color, we want that in the palette as well. Okay, so that's looking alright. What I will need to do is I'll leave that one open for now. I need to create 3 columns. So I'm going to do this in a very, very different way on Mega Drive, but to start with on Amiga, we're just going to do just a simple repeating sprite. It's, okay, I think that's good. So let's make a folder called animations. And I'm going to call this column 1. We need to make an animation for that, and I'll call this A column 1. And I'll align it so the 0 point is that top left corner. Now I need to make an actor for that animation. Let's call it column 1. And I'm going to make that up speed of 1. Alright. Let's edit this map and oops, I don't want to paste it, just want it in the 2 corners. And then what do? I need to add some code to make sure that it wraps. So I'm going to make a folder for code. Let's put my startup code block in there. And I'm just going to call this wrap column. And all this is going to do is I'm just going to go if condition is actor y is less than or equal to -16. Then let's go actor. I hope my audio is coming across alright. I haven't had any messages in the chat yet. Right, that's all we need to do. I'm going to turn off recycle mode so that when this goes out of the screen, it's not going to delete it. Just going to make sure that works as we expect. Whoa. Okay, that did not work as expected. I wonder. Let's have a look. So that position looks okay. That looks okay. Oh, it'll be collision detection. So that is possibly as part of it. So I'm going to change. I'm going to turn off all collision detection. That's likely to be part of it. I'm not sure if that's the whole problem or not, but we'll find out. Okay, so that's looking a little better. So both of them are scrolling. Just strangely enough, the problem with the camera. Oh, well, one thing I haven't done is I was supposed to make these sprites, so that could be confusing things. I'm going to change that to only sprite. And that is just going to be 4 colors because I want to have 8 of these. Okay, that's almost looking better. I did make a couple of mistakes, which I will fix. First thing is let's have a look. I'll use okay, so let me move that to there. AD 5252. Yeah, okay, so that AD 5252. I didn't have the right shade of brown in there. Did I save that? I didn't. And what was this one? FF8052. Okay, so I've got the correct colors now. Got them all in the palette. And let's see if that's any better. Okay, yeah, no, that is looking better. So we need to make more columns in that to give a column scrolling parallax effect. So I'm going to grab this. It's basically a darker version of the same column, fewer colors. Hey, Casinami, welcome to the chat. Just you. I'm trying to speed run the creation of 2 tech demos for Scorpion. It's basically going to be the same demo for Amiga and Mega Drive, but using different techniques. Let's have a look. What do I need to do next? I need to create another column animation, and then that's just going to be column 2. Delete that frame. Alright, let's make that column 2. And then I've got to change the... I'll need to change the Z order as well. So since this is further in the back, this column 2 is going to be further in the background. I'll make that as like -1000. Just check that's still same color range. Let's add that. I have to edit the map again so that it adds to the tile set, and then add those both to the actors. Also, because that one was further away, I'm going to change the speed up to. I'm going to go 0.75, so it's a little bit slower. Yep. Okay, so that's it's looking reasonable, but it is. I should really have these as multiples of 1, so that it doesn't. It felt like it was flickering a little bit, and that's just because it wasn't moving an entire pixel every frame. It's only moving a pixel every 3 or 4 frames, and so it looked a bit strange. Alright, so that's looking okay. We just want to make 2 more columns exactly the same as the ones we've already done. So I am going to grab that. Oops. Okay, messed that up. Oh, thought I'd covered the bottom one. I guess I hadn't. Okay, so that's column 3. Let's add one more animation. Three, call that column 3, and it's going to be slower again, so that's going to be speed of 2. And that's going to be closer to the middle. Right. So let's have a look at Whoa. Okay, I messed that up, and I think I know why. It's because I was supposed to make that only sprite and 4 colors. And did I move? I should move that further in the background, so it doesn't mess up the sprite order. It probably doesn't actually matter because all 4 sprites are using the same colors anyway. Yep. Okay, so that's looking reasonable. All we want to do now is make our very last column. So that's the same, but a little bit darker again. Oops. Column 4. Did I? Okay. Alright, so that bit at the top is supposed to be aligned to the top. Oh, what? There's something up there. Paint Shop Pro is very, very fiddly with pixel art things. I probably should learn to use a sprite or ProMotion something that's less fiddly for pixel art. Okay, I think that's the last one I need to do. It's looking good. Alright, and then I just need to let's delete that frame. Actually, I should change the delay on all of these to 0. It's just a real minor performance enhancement. Just saying that it's setting it to 0 means it's basically telling it that the animation never ends, just runs forever, and it doesn't have to calculate what the next animation is. So those are all looking okay. I'm just going to add another column actor, and then that's just going to be column 4. Need to fix a couple of these. And then this one, 1, and that needs to be even further in the background. Now, if I edit this map, let's put that last one in the middle. Let's run that. So we're nearly done with demo 1. Yep. So we've got some scrolling sprites that give sort of an illusion of depth. But I mean, it's not interactive, and so because it's not interactive, it doesn't really feel exactly like a game. So what I am going to do now is I am going to add an actual gameplay actor. So this character is Space Sarah by MC Fleischer, and I think it might have been based on some art by Ansimus. I need to grab the palette for that, so I'm gonna to start with. I'm just gonna go. Oh, actually, I need to have black as a color on that palette. So I'm then going to 6. How many actual colors we got? Okay, alright, we've got exactly 16, that's good. That's exactly what we want. So I'm just going to go this temp palette. And then I'm going to import that as our first 16 colors. 0 to 0, 16 colors. That's all of the Space Sarah colors. Now I don't need that. Is it going to let me delete it? Yep. So I don't need that anymore. Although what I will do is I need to extract those 4 frames. And I don't want to manually cut out all 4 frames. So I'm just going to import that image, and I'm going to say, well, it's 4 columns and it's only 1 row. Let's make a new folder called Space. I think it's Space Sarah. Open game art. I'll just check that is actually. Yep, Space Sarah. Or Sarah, I'm not actually sure how it's pronounced. And I'm going to call this player R. And player R is just going to have this falling animation. It's nice and simple. Let's create an actor and call this player 1, why not? And then we want control, so that's 8 directional movement, and I'll just have 1 in each direction. And actually, I only really need for all of this, I only really need the up animation. So I'm just going to go through and change that. Oh, actually, no. What I need is a right animation and a left one. I'll make that collision box a bit bigger, and then I have to add this player to the map. Oh, and thanks to the follow, Cast Enemy. Right. Okay, so hopefully if this works, this will be the end of the Amiga demo. But I'll have to completely rewrite it to work on Mega Drive. Whoa. Okay, now that I should have expected. So the problem is, you can see she's behind those sprites. That's not at all what we wanted, but we can fix that. So if I go to these columns and I just tick is background, that changes the priority of sprites. Casinemi says you're welcome, man. I thought I already had. Yeah, fair enough. I thought you were actually already following as well. Anyway, so yep, so that's a demo. We've got a infinite space Sarah is infinitely falling. I might make it just a little bit fall a bit faster. Well, move a bit faster. And that's our column scrolling demo for Amiga. How long have I got? I've got 45 minutes to do the Mega Drive version. I'm hoping it only takes me 15-20 minutes. Okay, so that will do. So for Amiga, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a copy of that. I want a clean copy for Mega Drive, and I'm going to start by ripping out the sprites that we can't really use on Mega Drive. Well, actually, we probably can run it on Mega Drive. It's just performance-wise, it's not going to be great. Let's change that to 2 palettes, and then those columns. If I change that to palette line 1, this will probably actually work, but it's not a very optimal way of doing it. Yep. So you see we've done exactly the same as what we did on Amiga, but it doesn't work very well at all because Mega Drive doesn't have infinite height sprites like Amiga does. So it just makes it a mess. So to start with, we're just going to get rid of those sprites. I'm just going to take them out of the map completely. Whoops. Actors. Let's wipe all of those out and save it. Let's delete these columns. If I run it again, the performance should be good, but okay, I didn't delete the actual actors. Deleted animations. Okay, so let's run it again. And yeah, so that's what we expect. There's just nothing in the level. So we're going to add those columns back into the level, but instead of it being sprites, we're just literally going to paint the columns onto the map. Whoops. Just need to paint that again. Then on the other side, I just do the opposite order. Okay. And I need to edit the tile set as well. The reason why I need to edit the tile set is because all of this color is not in the first 16 colors. So the colors are down here instead of up here. So I'm going to change the palette line for all the corners of all the tiles. Whoops. Oh, that's weird. What did I... Okay, maybe something just had it open. Now, I'm not totally sure the palette is actually going to work. I'll just see what it looks like. Yep, okay, so I know what the problem there is. It's because the colors here don't match. Although can I should be able to fix that real easy if I just import the palette from 0 to 16, import 16. Let's give that a try. Hopefully the colors will look right now. Okay, yep, so that's working, except the columns are not scrolling, so we want to be able to scroll the columns. I just need to look up something real quick. I just need to verify Mega Drive column scrolling. "16 pixel script." Okay, I just wanted to check that it was by 16 pixels, not 8 pixels, because tiles on Mega Drive are 8 pixels, and normally scrolling is by 8 pixels, but this is an exception for 16 pixels. So the first thing I need to do is I need to set the display. I need to configure the screen to enable vertical column scrolling. I don't need this code block anymore. And then what do I need to do? It's display and column scroll advanced. Okay, so I need to have a loop. Actually, I'm just going to put this in another code block. I'm just going to call this column scroll loop. And yield on level. to column score loop. So this code will run perpetually. Let's go to column score loop. So that one just goes around and around again. I need 4 variables, so I just want column 1 val, 2 val, 3 val, 4 val, and then I need to set the display. We want the column scroll. We want to set foreground or background. I guess background should be column 1 val, and then at the opposite side, because it's 16 tiles wide, we want column 15. We want to do that again, but we're going column 1 and then column 14, and that would be column 2 val. And then we'll bring it in again, so that's column 2 and then column 13. And then, that should be column 3 val. And then we bring that in again for the 4th column, so that's column 4 val. And that's, oops, let's mess that up. Same there. And I'm just going to run it just to make sure it doesn't crash, it doesn't freeze or anything. It's not actually going to be scrolling yet. But I just wanted to make sure it's not doing anything weird, which it isn't. So what I should be able to do is just set the variable of, so each of these, column 1 val should be column 1 var minus 4, whoops, val. I need to do this for all of them. So the 3rd column only falls by 2 pixels a frame, and then the 4th column only falls by 1 pixel a frame. Now, I'm hoping that should work, hopefully. I can think of a couple of reasons why it might not actually, so I'll just see what happens. I mean, if it works, it's good. If there's any bugs, then I'll need to fix it. Yeah, okay, so I can see a couple of issues. One is I got the direction wrong. The other is the it's not, it seems to be like wrapping around. It's getting the wrong bits, and that's because the short answer is it's because the map isn't the right size. So so to start with, that these all should have been plus. Okay, so that's the first thing. I'm hoping this other thing isn't going to be a pain, but the map should be 16 tiles tall, so that it's the same height as the name table or the plane in Mega Drive memory. Yeah, so yeah, I'm hoping this is just going to work. Let's see if it does or not. Almost. There's one thing we could try and do to fix it, which is we aren't clamping these values. So if I go condition and then I go column 1 val is greater or equal to 16, then we just set it to 0. And we want to do that for all 4. The other way I could have done this is I could have used, instead of drawing it on the map, I could have created a background panel, like a parallax panel, and that probably would have been more reliable. But I was hoping to speed run this demonstration. Now let's have a look. So column 1 var, column 2 var, column 3 var, column 4 var. So that just loops those 4 tiles. And yeah, that's looking good to me. So what is it? Just under 45 minutes. We produced 2 tech demos. So, now that is weird. So that's something I can't explain. Is it seems to freeze up in the middle of the level when I'm moving down. I wonder if it's some weird quirk with column scrolling that I just hadn't taken into account yet. So if I'm moving up, then it just sticks in the middle? Yeah, okay, I've never seen that bug before. I'll just see what happens if I turn off the background scrolling completely. Oh! No, okay, that was dumb of me. It's because the entire level is scrolling. So I'm going to edit that map. I'm going to resize it back to 14 tool. Save that. Let's turn there, and I'll try running that again. Hopefully that's not going to be pain. Oh, okay, so that did break the column scrolling I had. Okay, so I'll need to make just a couple of changes. Thanks for the follow, Peter McKay. I hope all is going well. It has been a little while since we caught up. Right, so let's paste that to there. But I'm going to make it so that if I turn off the camera follow, I'm going to turn off all those. Oh, actually, I could have. No, I'll just turn that off. I didn't actually need that line of code. I just needed to turn off the camera follow here. If I run that again, it should just all work. Yep. Okay, so that's looking good. So, two tech demos, Scorpion Engine, Amiga, and Mega Drive in about 46 minutes. I'll leave it there for today. Thanks to everyone who came by the stream. I normally raid someone else when I end a stream, so let's see who we can raid. Actually, Ash said hi. Oh, hello, Retro Demiurgi. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly, but thanks for coming by. I did really enjoy your stream. Was it Wrath of the Black Manta, I think it was called? Really interesting NES game. But anyway, I will send everyone to Ash said hi, and I hope to see you all. sorry, just let me start my headset. Anyway, I'm going to start the raid now, and thanks to everyone for watching, and I hope to see you all next time. And yeah, Retro Demiurgi, that was quite an odd game, but it was cool to watch it be played.